So here we go. Welcome to the first week, and this is a little tutorial on discussions and the discussion boards we have. So please walk through it with me.
Good morning. It is June 13th. It's Monday, and this is Science and Society. This is your first week in our online course that meets the Universe We Live In component for the Newman Studies program. And I'm Cheryl Golden. I'm your instructor. You probably already know that. At any rate, it's first week, and I thought it might be good to get a few things in order with regard to our first assignments this week. So, please make sure, before you do anything else, that you've read the information under the Information tab at Blackboard. So get that done. There you'll find your syllabus, all of the assignments for the course outlined there. If you find any problems there, if you find any inconsistencies, feel free to point those out to me. If you have any questions with regard to the materials, please go to the tab at Blackboard called Ask the Prof. We have a discussion board set up there so that you can ask questions that other people might have, if you understand, right? So if you have a question there, please post it there. You can certainly email me if you'd rather ask the question in private. That's okay too, so no trouble. But I will try to check that tab regularly. The second thing you want to do is head over to the content folders, and in the content folders you will find a folder marked for week 1, and this is the Agricultural Revolution. This is the Urban Revolution folder. In that folder you'll find reading assignments, you'll find videos, etc., and please try to do them in the order presented. Please get your reading done first. Absolutely get that reading done first, because the videos, the information in the videos that I provided will make a lot more sense if you've done the reading first. Take notes while you read. Very important. Take notes while you read. So read carefully, read consistently, take notes while you read. This will help you throughout the course. Let's see. As you take notes, do consider your Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Do consider your final project that you might be interested in. And as you take notes, be smart about it, right? Take notes that you think might help you with your final paper. Take notes that you think might help you with your discussion boards. So read carefully, read efficiently. Take notes as you go along. Please then view the videos, the presentations that you have in that content folder in the order that they're provided. For the most part, I tried to put them in an order that made sense to me and hopefully will make sense to you. Let's see. And so those are the basic procedures from week to week. For the first week, you have some assignments, and that's why this video is coming to you, is to remind you of those assignments and give you a little bit of heads up on that. So you already know perhaps that you have a discussion board that you need to get after, and that is sort of an introductory one. So go to Blackboard, log in to our class, get to the Groups tab. I've divided you all into groups. Hit on that Groups tab. When you get to that Groups tab, click on Group Tools, I believe, and then find Group Discussion Boards. Under Group Discussion Boards, you will then see the first discussion, which is Hello from the Outside. I like Adele. And you want to introduce yourself to your colleagues. That's due by Wednesday the 15th. Get going. Please read the instructions there. So it's not enough just to introduce yourself. You have to actually talk to some of the other people in the group. So I'm asking that you post your own introduction and then you comment on at least 2 other introductions there as well. This is graded. You have to do it. Get going. The second discussion is actually due Thursday. It has to be completed by Thursday. That's June 16th. This discussion asks you to consider the topic I'm calling chicken and egg. Which came first, science or technology? Right? It's a big and interesting question, and I think McClellan and Dorn are very good in their introduction and in their chapter 1 addressing this issue. So the idea on these discussion boards from here on out is that you do a little work before you come to the discussion board. It is not just to be your opinion. You need to support what you're saying. So it can't just be, I think this. No, it has to be, I have come to think this because I've read this, or I've had this experience, or I took this class, and this is why I think this. So you need to support what you're saying, right? So not just opinion, but support it. The other thing you'll see is there is a certain protocol when coming to these discussion boards. You are to take a side on a controversial issue. Now, if you're the first one there to the board, you can take whichever side you wish. However, if you're the second person there to the discussion board, and the first person's already taken, let's say our chicken and egg, they think that science came before technology, you then need to make the argument that technology came before science. If there are two people at the board who've already discussed, and the first one has said science comes first, the second one says technology comes first, you can then pick whichever side you wish. If you're the fourth person who comes, you have to take the side that's underrepresented, and so forth and so on, right? So the idea here is that we're not that all of these questions can be argued both ways. They really can. All of these questions have two sides. You have to pick whichever side you like the most, but then if your side is already taken, sorry, you have to choose the other side. The point of these discussions is to get you talking with each other on these controversial issues, but also to get you to support your positions with evidence. Opinion is not enough. We've got to have evidence as well. As you might can see, this is a great exercise to help you write your papers, take your quizzes, etc. More to come on that. Finally, there is, for this first week, a quiz based on the reading. And you'll see the instructions both under the information tab and also at Blackboard under the quiz, which you can find located in your first content folder. You have two chances to take the quiz. There are not unlimited chances. The quizzes are not timed, right? So you can indeed take as much time as you'd like. However, you can't, pretty sure, just leave the thing open for hours and hours and hours. Blackboard may time out on you. So once it times out on you, that option, that attempt, I think, is over. So do take care. Come to your quizzes with all your reading done. Come to your quizzes with your notes taken. This is open book, open note for sure. Come to your quizzes ready to take them. Allow yourself time. Allow yourself a quiet space. Carve out the time that these quizzes need to do good work, right? So the first week, 2 discussions, 1 quiz, get reading. That's the end of this video, but let's go on to the next slide for a little more detailed information on the actual discussion. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
So thanks for letting me stumble through that. So I hope that video was helpful. So on our discussions, just to recap, you have several discussions throughout the course of the semester. And as I said in the video, please research before you post. Do a little research, figure out the issue. Come up with 2 good reasons, perhaps, why both answers are correct. Come up with 2 good reasons, 2 good supported ideas, evidence, facts that help to support either side of the issue. Then go to Blackboard, get to that discussion group, create a thread, and take a side. Which side will you take? Well, this depends on when you arrive at the debate. If you are first, pick the side you want. If you are second, pick the opposite side of whoever arrived first. If you are third, pick either side. If you're the 4th person there, support the side that is outnumbered, and so forth. So the idea in these discussions is everybody we don't want everybody in the group taking the same side. That's not interesting. So we want everybody to hold a position, be able to support that position, and yeah, at the end of the discussion, you all might be in agreement, and that's just fine. But we need to have half of us in each discussion board sort of playing the devil's advocate and offering both sides to the issue. After you've posted your particular perspective. Next, you're going to comment on two of your colleagues' posts in a meaningful way, enhancing the discussion. The idea here is not to just say, hey, well done, way to go, I agree with you completely, absolutely. Sorry, not good enough. Instead, what you want to do is be able to bring in new information or perhaps a new interpretation inspired by your colleagues' posts. We want to carry on the discussion. We want to see how we can use the readings from class, use the videos you're watching, use your own colleagues' ideas and their evidence to try to enhance the discussion. We are a group of scholars here, and we want to have scholarly debate. This brings us to the final point. Keep it civil, keep it well supported, and keep up the pace. We've got to meet all our deadlines. Summer is going to fly by. So, no rotten tomatoes, no insults being hurled back and forth. Support what you're saying. Some of our controversies are indeed very controversial, as you'll see from the discussion boards. So you've got to support what you say, you've got to keep it civil, and we've got to keep up the pace. Finally, again, this is just inspiration for the first week. First week of class, every week of class, read. You've got to get your reading done. There's just no substitution for doing the reading. You will find that everything will go much easier. Your quizzes, everything will go much easier if you've done the reading in advance. There are 2 discussions this week, but for most weeks, there'll just be 1. So keep that in mind. And then for this week, there's a quiz, reading quiz. That one's actually due on Sunday. The idea being that you can get everything done by the end of the week and give it some thought, and here we go by Sunday night. Certainly you can do it anytime you wish, but that deadline will be the final day of the week, if you will, if we count Monday as the first day of the week. Again, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to pop over to the tab at Blackboard that says Ask the Prof, or feel free to email me at goldenc@newmanu.edu. Again, that's goldenc@newmanu.edu. I'm also in my office this week, in and out, so if I get a phone call, I'm happy to return it as well. And that is 316-942-4291, extension 2178. Again, 316-942-4291, extension 2178. Looking forward to see what you have at the discussion boards.